Okay, hello. This is Jack, and
Antonio.
and we are doing commentary for the Frankie, Lamore, and the Nutella song. And here is Antonio punching me right now. I'm turning down the volume a little.
That was a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah, the highlight of your day is beating the heck out of me.
It really was. Especially this kick right there in the mouth.
Oh, right in the mouth. Yeah,
Yeah.
all 7 of my teeth.
And
flew
then you get into me, Clark Kent.
out. Yeah, that is a real typewriter that right there. No ink in it, but a real typewriter. And there was just a lot of footage in this that unfortunately we couldn't use because of time sake. 50 Shades of Sinatra.
Sinatra.
And fun fact, I'm doing a Walter Matthau accent for me, and Antonio is doing a what accent?
We'll call it Tony Montana from Scarface.
There we go. There we go. I showed this to my dad, and he's like, first of all, you guys are totally weird. Second of all, is he imitating Al Pacino?
Yeah, it was kind of like talking with marbles in your mouth for about an hour.
Yeah. Well, we'd like to note that this was all improv. I just said to Antonio, we're gonna do this thing, and it's gonna be about you creating a song for Nutella. And he's like, great. Where's the script? I'm like, there is no script. Deal with it.
Sticking that in my ear, boy.
Yeah. And Antonio is very good at improv, where that's where he shines a little more than me, just a little.
That's not true.
Yeah, that's right. You shine more at singing too.
No. It's a lot of fun Jack and I have. Jack's very creative with all his things. I always come over. I'm always happy to do things with him because I know they're going to be a lot of fun. And I mean that. I'm not just saying that because you're next to me and you can kill me. But
And there's a strange sharp object poking your neck right now. There's not really a sharp object. It's a chainsaw.
oh, this part was funny. This guy you made up, that was good.
Yeah, that was just. I forget what I said, but I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna tell you this stuff, and the Nutella commercials. There's actually one Nutella commercial we didn't use because it was about shooting animals.
Oh, that.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one went a little too far. Although that one, we thought the last one, which is the one where you're running from Nutella, was a
Right.
little risque, but
That was a good. I like that dream sequence.
yeah, that dream sequence is better than the shooting the animals.
Yeah.
That was so funny. No, not that they were stuffed animals, and so it's not like we were shooting real animals, people. So
Was it Ellie the elephant?
Ellie the elephant. yeah. Ellie the elephant from Agent Bippo, the Google from Agent Bippo, and Bippo from Agent Bippo.
We used her a lot.
Yes, and there may or may not be more Agent Bippos coming this summer because of here's another commercial.
A little sexual.
Yeah, I remember like after that you just spat it out like you.
shot like a missile.
Yeah, you were just like, Jack, what the heck? I was actually joking. And then this was the best part to shoot because the neighbors, this kid right here, his name's Dean. He loves fighting and wrestling and stuff. And so I said to him, go beat him up.
Those kicks hurt. They really did.
Yeah, he was really trying to hurt you there. And that
Look at that.
that shot
Oh my
below
God.
the shot below the
There we
belt
go.
there
Yeah, that
was
was-
on
that
purpose.
was-
That was on purpose too. Like I looked through this. We had 40 minutes worth of footage
Oh my
for
God.
like everything we did. Like so much stuff was cut out. Some of it I regret cutting out, but a lot of it, yeah, it deserved to be cut out.
It was fun. A lot of abuse though,
Yes, lots of abuse.
emotionally and physically.
Yeah,
Poor Frankie.
poor Frankie. And do you want to? What was the reasoning behind Frankie Lamore?
Frankie Lamore. What did I do? It was I was in school writing a paper about a wannabe performer, movie star, and he went through all this crazy kind of like drug addictions and all that stuff in the story. So I figured, hey Jack, let's just use this name. It sounds Italian, even the accent was Spanish or Cuban. But yeah, I mean it worked. It sounded like a nice stage name.
Because I originally wanted Dean Sinatra, and he's like, "We've used that so many times,
Yeah.
Jack. We got to do something else." I'm like, "Fine." Then of course I smacked him upside the head.
I think I was thinking of Dorothy Lamour when
Oh,
I had the
yeah.
last name. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is the famous spoon
Oh,
scene.
that was by chance. This was great. We broke up laughing after this.
Oh yeah, where he hits the table and just by chance the spoon or the fork, whatever silverware was there, just went flying
Yeah.
into the air, and you kept a straight face the entire time. This was not scripted. Antonio did not mean to shoot that fork in the air, and I wish I had pointed it down and then started laughing, because I started breaking out laughing. I'm like, dang it, I can't use the shot right here. Yeah, this is a fork, Antonio. Boom.
That's why he cut it so quick. You started laughing after that.
Yeah, we just died. And then right here, how long did I shoot you on the trampoline?
I was wondering. I just had to keep making up crap as I went along because you were following me. I was thinking, and there was that. That was good.
Yeah, there's a cross dissolve in between, like, here and there. It was, like, in real time of Antonio walking from my trampoline all the way to my driveway, like right here, and...
This is my story about how my wife hated my idea.
Yeah, and it was in real time, and I'm like, God, this is hilarious, but it's just way too long, so I just took the best parts.
Oh, my God. And there's this.
The second best song in the entire thing. I remember the walk home from school where we were talking about this idea, and I'm like, we got to come up with a Nutella song.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
sang the Nutella song like 7 times,
Right,
and then
right.
it only appears once in this entire thing at the end.
It's the whole basis of the whole thing.
I know. I actually showed. I'm teaching a summer school and a film right now to elementary school students, and I showed them not the dream sequence part of it.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
He just tells me this now.
Yeah, I just showed them that part, so don't worry, they didn't see anything else, but I just told them like how surreal is that because we needed to show them how sound affects how you view things, and how the lack of sound, like just the high room tone, made them feel. And so we showed them that. We showed them like a hurricane, from A Perfect Storm, and we showed them part of a musical. I can't remember what it was. It was probably West Side Story or
there you go.
or something. It was one of those city musicals, and we showed them that just to show that sound is a big part, because we were recording sound for our stop motions.
Yeah. Are they good kids?
Yeah, they're all great.
That's good.
There's not one troublemaker, thank God. But,
Yeah, seriously.
there's a couple of my friends teach that they're like, oh, this kid's driving me crazy. I'm like, I got the best class ever. Stinks to be you guys.
So what was I doing here?
Right here, this is where I'm like, we gotta get you to, I think this is the first time I've ever put a real message in my video. Where, partially, where I think if someone's watching it, like, oh, that's what you meant? That was terrible.
Right?
That was awful. Well, basically, I kind of wanted to show that people once they're famous, they somewhat get exploited by whatever their boss is.
Oh, yeah, they ruin you.
Yeah, there are a couple actors that probably should be actors, but they were exploited too quickly. Famous Does anybody remember Sam Worthington? I don't. I mean, Avatar, Terminator Salvation, and what else was he in? He was in something else. Clash of the Titans.
Yeah.
And then a year later, he was in nothing.
Exactly. It's sad because you get such a big build-up. And even if there's a lot of potential, then you do that to them and you kind of screw them.
Yeah.
Never overexposed. I mean,
Yeah, he was definitely overexposed.
Yeah.
Too much too quickly.
What about Chris Pratt right now?
Chris Pratt, yeah, right now he's going strong, but I would not be surprised if in the next year or two we forgot who he was.
Yeah.
But since he's Star-Lord, I think he's going to stay in the public eye for a while.
You think so? Jennifer Lawrence was huge when middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I mean, she's done a lot, Oscar winning.
Yeah.
Everything, but I mean, I don't hear about her that much anymore. I'd like to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The infamous dream scene.
Yes, here it is.
This is
here
what
it
I
is.
showed to all those 8-year-olds, and they were like, "What was that?" Alf. I asked anybody if they knew who Alf was, and they're like,
Oh,
"Who?"
come on.
They're like, "Who? What the heck's an Alf?" I thought that was a stuffed anteater, in which not too far off.
I thought you were. I had a scream in there. I thought you were gonna keep the scream when you opened the treasure chest.
I would have, but it went a little too long for my taste, so I just had to cut it.
Yeah.
This is hilarious.
I like
'cause
that shot.
Every time I show people that, they're like, "It's a cool shot, but it has nothing to do with anything."
Yeah, but-
And I say to them, "Neither is opening a microwave with Nutella."
Well, that's dreams for you. You never know.
Yeah. But the difference between Sam Worthington and Chris Pratt is that Clash of the Titans was okay. Everybody hates it. I thought it was okay. Terminator Salvation was awful.
Oh my God.
And Avatar, the more I watch it, is not as good as I remember.
The only good part in Terminator Salvation was the CGI Arnold Schwarzenegger they had for 5 seconds during
Oh,
the end.
yeah. Yeah, I remember that. But Sam Worthington was ruined, not only ruined by exploitation, but crappy movies.
Hmm.
Because I'm not that big of a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy. I feel it's
Oh yeah, it was a big fuss about that one.
Yeah,
I didn't.
I saw it and I'm like, this is just a little okay. Like everyone's like, you gotta see it, you gotta see it, and the only
Yeah.
person who agrees with me is Anne, because she's like, that movie was terrible, and so
Yeah.
I don't think it's terrible, but I don't think it's like the greatest Marvel movie of them all.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't
A
know.
lot of people came up to me and said it was better than the Avengers, and I'm like,
Oh
no,
come on now.
no.
Come on. I think it's because it's something new and you don't see often.
Yeah, I know that, but unfortunately, I feel like the best movies stand the test of time. And the thing is Avatar, like I was talking about, did not stand the test of time within, like, what, 5-6 years?
Yeah.
And it's been 3 years since I've seen The Avengers, and it's still just as good as I remember it.
Oh yeah.
And so I feel like Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be very dated in the future.
Yeah.
Because it was purposely meant to be dated, and so it's probably going to be one of those movies where you're going to be like, oh, well, this existed.
Right.
Oh, we're talking over your song, Antonio. I'm so sorry.
In the morning, in the evening, cause Nutella is good for me.
And we are out.